It's great to have you back, Bobby.
I'll tell you what, give me a real breakdown on who you are.
I got it.
He's an animal.
I think you're 10 times crazier. And we walked into your room at the Red Rock, and he's like, oh my God.
So here's the deal. I had one hole-in-one in my career, and it came at the most crucial time of all time. Well, they threw me out. I spent like 30 grand there.
That was a $128,000 putt.
Dana, me, and Kyle, we had to rehearse that over and over again. They were trying to get Dana to really drive that point home because everything's fake and no does.
Me and this guy are in Hawaii for 4 weeks together, playing backgammon, high stakes golf.
Where's the settle amount?
Oh, the settle number with me and him was like.
To tilt the shit out of me before this podcast starts.
You just sometimes are you're fucking. I'll tell you what, give me a real breakdown on who you are. He's an animal.
Right,
I've never seen a man so fucking crazy, in a good way. You're smart and everything, but you're fucking. I mean, I can't speak.
I think you're 10 times crazier than
No, crazy is fine, but you are fucking kind of a dick sometimes.
Bob, you.
No, but you are an asshole sometimes to people. It's actually okay though. I'm fine with it because I'm like I respect it. I do believe that everything should be run appropriately, but you kind of are a dick sometimes.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck. You can be a dick to me, and I don't give a fuck. But like sometimes people that are pussies can actually take that. Like if you yell at people that are like working for you.
Yeah.
If they're pussies, they're gonna feel bad. So I just don't.
Yeah, I mean, I think. Yeah, dude, this is my fourth startup. I think I figured out like an archetype of person that works really well for me, and
whose podcast is this?
You know what I like?
Whose fucking podcast?
You know what's funny? This started.
This is my fucking podcast.
This started. The Fully Tilted podcast was your podcast, and then
tell you what,
some.
Fortunately, we had to turn the fucking electricity off because the checks stopped coming in here.
I don't very familiar to Bob Menery. There's an ongoing legal conversation about where that podcast belongs. Who it belongs to.
No. But listen, what I want to know is this. So,
it's great to have you back, Bobby.
Well, like I said, we're not back. We're not back.
Can we slap a monkey tail logo on that app?
Sure. Yeah.
We'll pay you more.
Everything is transactional, like I said, until we have our shit, whatever. But I did lose $35,000 to you the other day. I did take my whole entire paycheck. And I lost, not my whole entire paycheck. I lost $35,000.
It wasn't your whole paycheck.
I did that to be nice though, because you were good about payment this time. Last time you fucked me over, which is fine. It's business. Everybody fucks people over times. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of unpaid bills. It's okay though. I'm a good man. How many users do you have?
One thing that I'm so eternally grateful for is that Dana White, a very respected businessman and entrepreneur, and
called me out for those things.
Went on a public record and detailed out all of your, and Bobby, we all love you, but all of your personality shortcomings, right?
The good news is
if it was just Bob Menery versus Sam Geeky, the internet might get all behind you, destroy me, all this stuff. But I think now the internet's seen a few people talk about a little pattern of behavior. With you.
The good news is you should have seen rehearsal for that. When we had to rehearse that episode.
Yeah, you rehearsed
Dana,
the episode?
me, and Kyle, we all sat in the room. We had to rehearse that over and over again. They were trying to get Dana to really drive that point home because everything's fake and no does. So none of that was real. Like what Dana was saying, the train wreck shit and everything wasn't real. It was all scripted. So like Dana and I met.
We're gonna get Dana
and Kyle. Kyle, we all sat with that podcast when it was like Bob's a train wreck, he's delusional, all that stuff. So we all met 2 days prior, and he practiced that. That wasn't real.
A podcast is pretty off the cuff. Dana walked in there. It seemed pretty off the cuff.
He's a great actor.
Yeah, it's
great
unbelievable. Deserves an Oscar for that.
Really good actor. All right, so you have your Monkey Tail Casino. Last time we spoke,
you got what is Roulette now, or
I'll tell you what. I did. I actually told Alan because I always wonder sometimes. Because I want to get in and talk to you about how you hire influencers too. It is actually an interesting thing how different influencer deals can be set up.
Okay.
But I talked to Alan, who's owner at Roulette, and he threw a little shots fired at Monkey Tilt.
Okay.
Because it was actually funny, and I loved it. Because anytime you get fucked with, it's the greatest thing in the world for me. Fucking Alan, I was like, hey, bro, I'm kind of debating because I pin you guys against each other sometimes on who I want to bring players to for certain reasons. How we structure it. If I have a big player, where do I want to play? Obviously incentive for Bob. He was like, well, we're really not too worried about Monkey Tilt. We have 200,000 users. They have like 2.
Right.
So how do you respond
we have like
to Roulette?
7. We have like 7.
How do you respond to Roulette? And why is Roulette excelling at the rate they are? And why are you guys maybe excelling great?
Yeah.
But why are you not at that level? And how do you get there?
Yeah. So Roulette's been around for what, 7 years? 7 years?
Yeah, probably.
So, first of all, hats off. I think they've done a few things really well. Roobet pioneered influencer marketing. I think they did that better than anyone very early on. So I think they identified, I think the culture was moving towards streaming. They partnered with the right streamers. So I have a lot of respect for them moving very aggressively on that. They also started around the same time Stake started, and those are two very different sized companies, right?
Who's bigger?
Stake is bigger by a multiple of like 10.
Really?
Yeah.
So Stake's the number one online casino in the country right now?
Stake is the largest online casino, one of the largest online casinos globally, and probably the largest crypto-based online casino. And then, number two is there's been a bunch of people that have been around for a very long time. Roobet would be one of those people, 7-8 years, or I think. You have to check with Alan on that one for me. BC Game's been around a long time. Gamdom has been around a long time. And I don't think it's kind of crazy to me that despite having been in the market for some of these guys 4 to 7 years, there hasn't been a real clear number two established. I do think there's a lot of shortcomings to these casinos. That's why I created Monkey Tilt. Remember, Monkey Tilt's site launched in March, so we're not even a year old yet. So there's going to be things, there's going to be typical growing pains, right? So growing pains like, fixing, we have to, while everyone else has been around 7 years, we have to just catch up and get to product parity.
Yeah, but you can even have, for you as a business owner or whatever, you can own like 5% of the market share and still be okay, right? When it comes to all
5% of the crypto market's a ginormous number.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that can even be a goal as you get there.
I'll put it to you this way, right? We're less than a year old. Our numbers aren't public, right? Our investors know our numbers, but we're onboarding about
they keep those numbers very public.
No, we're onboarding just shy of about 1,000 customers a day. Just shy of 1,000 first-time depositors a day, or something like that. I have to. So I don't know if I want that in the thing, but
you can edit it later.
We're onboarding about 1,000 customers a day. We're less than a year old. Our handle is now north of $200 million a month, right? Depending on how our hold does, that means we're making a few $1 million a month. Any business that's less than a year old making a few $1 million a month is astonishing, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, you should be. I mean, people lose at casinos. You go and play an online casino,
We'll figure it out.
When I go and play slot machines on your fucking site, like and sit there, I mean, first of all, I just love the pop. I love the pop, bro. I'll tell you what, bro. Like, I love to just pop zingers, and I'll just drill the same thing. Like, I'm a sicko. These are guys you want.
You're an outstanding customer. It's
What you mean? Not really. I dumped to you because of whatever. I am up on Roobet, by the way. I am up on Roobet, and I'm down on you, which says that your site fucking blows. Okay, it sucks. No, I'll tell you this. The only thing I like about Roobet, and I think the most important things, because I can speak, is it's like Degenerate Gambler, casino.
Yep.
It really is. It's a real great podcast. Really true. Degenerate Gambler. I think what's important to me is what Roobet really does well is how they draw you in and keep you in to keep playing is the instant rake back, the vaults, and all that. So what I've noticed is when I've played back on your site and I just dumped 35,000, what you should be doing is reminding me, even if you're unlocking like $94.
Yeah.
500. Even if you're unlocking, like it draws me back in.
Yeah.
So
did you spend any time on our VIP dashboard?
Roobet has it. Yeah, it's not as great as Roobet. So Roobet smart about is Roobet does instant rake back.
Yeah, we have instant rake back too.
But yours is instant rake back, but it's not updated fast enough. No, so when I dropped 35,000, you guys.
So actually, we've gotten a lot of feedback that our VIP dashboard is laid out and aesthetically much better than the other guys. The problem is,
brother, you're talking about fucking sicko.
So the problem what you're experiencing is
but you
we haven't automatically programmed those bonuses into the player account.
There you go. So that's a huge thing.
No, 100%. But it's all just part of our product roadmap.
What Roobet did was Roobet did automatically do it. So it runs itself.
Actually, Stake started it first.
Great. So perfect. Whoever's doing it, it's great. I haven't played Stake.
I think Stake. So Eddie, those guys totally changed the game, right? They introduced the concept of wager-based bonusing, So, okay, this guy, forget about whether he wins or loses. He's gambling $1 million this week at average theoretical hold of 1%. We know that we can bonus him 0.5% of theoretical hold. 0.5% of his wagers. So, I think Eddie pioneered that concept, trailblazed it. He also pioneered trailblazed originals. I think what Roobet did a good job of was popularizing certain originals through influencer marketing. I think Roobet did a good job popularizing Crash. And I think they killed it with this chicken game, this chicken race game. Or whatever.
Yeah, I don't really see the drawing chicken.
Yeah, but whatever you think about the game, they did a great job of creating a new game, putting in the hands of guys like Steve Dude and other people, and then just getting it really widespread throughout the internet, right? So just like letting a lot of people see this and going, that's an interesting. I can only play that game on Roobet. Let me go check out Roobet. I have a vision for what this casino looks like in 5 years.
Are those patented games?
No, you can't patent a game like that. People will just copy it anyways, because when it comes down to patents, it's all about where's the patent enforceable.
Right.
What are your
it's not worth it.
Yeah, what's your ability to actually successfully litigate
Good
it
job,
and stuff
Larry.
like that. So that's stupid. It's pointless. By the way, this cheating like that happens like ripping off concepts happens in video games too. It's much more common. So in casino games, once you put a casino game out, if it's good, everyone's going to copy it, right?
What's the best deal? So if you want to do a deal with an influencer and they're fucking idiots and they don't know how to fucking negotiate a deal properly, they don't understand the space, what's the best case scenario for you guys? So just doing a straight deal where they just do, hey, say I have 1 million followers, okay?
Yeah.
And I want to be a partner of yours.
Yep.
Right? In the influencer marketing. An ideal situation for you guys is just for them to do a cost per acquisition, it's called?
Yeah, no, I don't think it depends what you want from the influencer, right? So for me, I just like deals, any deal that I construct, I like to have aligned incentives. So if I'm going to pay someone a large amount of money, I'm okay with paying them a large amount of money if they're making me money or if we're making money together kind of thing, right?
Right.
So, like the way I structured your deal, right?
I think the computers went down a couple times.
It was
so
extremely
amazing.
different.
Every time we asked for tracking on our players, there was a power outage in their fucking place. The best when Sam fucking calls me, he's like, "Yep, we're having a meeting on all the tracking and all that." Bob
there we go.
fucking doesn't even fucking show me. Such a fucking dick. It's okay. Still love Sam.
It's crazy. Yeah, sights down, Bob. Sights temporarily down.
Computer just doesn't. What is it?
Anyways,
Jim?
so
I got a meeting in 5 minutes.
I don't want to disturb future business opportunities for you. But I would
we're
say,
keeping ourselves
if I
wide
can-
open. Don't
if
worry.
I can speak openly here, I would say that you're very ineffective at converting high amounts of first-time depositors, but you're very, very good at bringing in high-value customers. Okay, a handful of high-value customers.
You can listen to the second part of that. The first half is still whatever.
So,
and again,
so there are some,
that ask me to see the tracking, then maybe we'll
let me give you an example. We brought in a Argentinian streamer, right? Who, like this, brought us 1,000 first-time depositors. I think if I gave you 6 months, you wouldn't bring us 1,000 first-time depositors. For you, like, the guys you golf with or the guys you bring on one guy that,
dominates.
Could easily lose $1 million, $2 million,
In a
right?
minute.
Unfortunately, the guy Bob brought us stuffed us for $3 million, so that was awesome.
You guys get beat. When I play,
And then Bob demanded a payment on that. By the way,
I'm actually being nice because you're actually I'm being nice. I can come off. My attorney couldn't make it today, unfortunately.
Yeah, let's get the attorneys on the podcast.
Waiting for his check to clear here.
I'm now new to Instagram, right? I have a public Instagram.
Yeah.
You've known me for 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah.
I haven't had a public social media ever in that time. Had a public social media now for 3 months. Tell me about the vantage point of being someone who has a big social media account. How you think about monetizing that opportunity? So obviously you work
just
with our
you.
brand,
Casino's the most important thing. That's the only thing I care about right now. I think that's where all the money is casino.
Yeah.
And if you can figure the right way to set up a deal and do it, that's all I care about. I don't care if I'm the devil. I don't care if I'm driving people to gamble. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Go and fucking lose your house. Go lose your kids. Go lose everything. I don't give a fuck. Just lose. If you're dumb enough to do that, you're not going to lose. I mean, you're not going to win at a casino. And if you're dumb enough to keep I'm fucking retarded with that shit. I fire. But so that's where I really see when anybody asks me what my focus is, I don't give a fuck about. I've sat with everybody. It's a present. I've done everything. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
As much as I am fucked up and do this stuff, I've done everything
Yeah,
you
you have
possibly
a
imagine. My resume, if you really looked at it, I broke down everything, even behind the scenes shit nobody knows about. It's fucking insane.
Right.
I'll put myself up there as one of the most connected motherfuckers on the planet. Whether we've burned some relationship, whatever. I've been with every motherfucker there is. Every motherfucker. I just stopped caring.
Yesterday, we had the entire team waiting downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So I came into this pod very tilted because I was sitting downstairs in Huntington Beach at 10 a.m. with the entire team.
Yep.
Which became 11 a.m., which became noon, which became 1, which became 2.
Yep.
Which became 3. And so tell what was going on.
So I'm gonna break it down. I don't.
By the way, Bob was. Oh yeah, I'm on a lot of calls. Meanwhile, my head of VIP was messaging me hey, Bob wants 10K more credit to fire slots.
Yeah. So
it must have been firing slots.
Time out.
This is super important.
I can take calls while I'm playing slots. There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, you demonstrate.
If you turn the volume down, it's good. So he's going on slots.
I've actually seen him playing slots and taking calls.
So basically, Sam's referring to we go down to Huntington Beach. Me and Sam decided to do let's get back together and fuck around a little bit for a month and try and see what Bob you can do. Market this shit for us like anything else. So we'll just see. I don't know.
Yeah.
Good friends. So we Huntington Beach. This is me. If you get in a
let's
partnership with me, you got to understand. I'm very open about it. I'll tell you straightforward before we get into deal.
Let's give everyone.
I'm going to give you some great fucking work, but I'm going to go zap off the grid for a few days. You're going to go missing out of the blue. You'll never find me. And where I was, you don't want to know. Firing fucking the dens of evil on your fucking slot machine with the bells ringing. There's a chick in there blowing me. There's fucking Adderall. I'm crawling the walls like Spider-Man. It's like my environment that I love. I fucking love it. I can't help it. All right, now obviously that's a horrible way to live life. And kids, I'm here for you kids on how you shouldn't live your life. Okay, I was sitting here from above. You should do the opposite of what I do. But that's that. And I'll tell you what, then I come, like, I feel really, I don't feel bad. Fuck you. I don't feel bad at all, actually. We did some good work.
So Bob brings us this one VIP guy. Okay, this guy is a...
wants to remain, obviously, confidential as you have to do.
Yeah, he's confidential. So I'm just say he's Canadian, right? And plays really high limits or whatever. This guy was the most bizarre dude. I mean, we're talking, he would go and fire 2 and 3 leg sports parlays, okay? 100, 200,000 on a 2-3 leg sports parlay. And then he would dunk it all. He'd go fire up blackjack, 100,000 a hand, and crush us. I mean, this guy never, ever lost on blackjack.
Yeah,
dude, he made millions on us. Then every day he would withdraw everything on the site. And then he'd hit us up the next morning, and he'd ask for credit.
That's smart. That's a smart guy.
It was
you guys are the business. It's a cutthroat fucking business.
So I'm like, wait a second. You just withdrew like $1 million. I'm not giving you a fucking penny of credit. And then Bobby, I give him credit. I'll vouch for it.
We did have one. I did have one miss on a vouch, and I don't want to bring. I don't want to bring up the name.
Pretty big miss.
No, I don't want to bring up the name.
Another Canadian, by the way.
No, I don't want to bring up the name. I actually was very pissed about that. I did. And because I do, when it comes to that, I did vouch for somebody on your site for a credit, and they kind of ghosted.
Yeah, they fucked.
But I have been collecting on that. It's for your lawyers to know.
Yeah.
Which I fucking love. I don't give a fuck.
We haven't seen a penny of that, by the way.
Yeah, you're not gonna fucking see a penny of it because NGR, you know, we're talking about that shit. Yeah, we're getting that.
Wait, so hold on. Let me finish telling that story. So hold on. Hold that question.
Yeah, go.
Right? So the guy pops us, asks to borrow, pops us. Then I kid you not, right? Starts complaining about he's telling Bob behind our backs, oh yeah, you should be getting paid on my wager activity. Meanwhile, he's kicking our teeth in. Then he comes to me and he complains that Bob owes him, and I kid you not, this guy's playing $100,000 a hand. He says Bob owes him $1,700.
Oh yeah, no, this is the best. This is the best. So anybody out there, by the way, like, you know, if I'm zinc or whatever, I like 2K Ethereum.
I wanted to take, like ant spray and shove the hose down this guy's throat and just let it run.
No. He was definitely an interesting character.
He's definitely going to listen to this podcast.
The guy goes to me. Hats off to Sam. So the guy hits him for 2.6 million or something. Don't quote me on this. Hits him for 2.6 million. I always told this guy, if you come on the site and you play with me, and I have a relationship with Sam, I'm going to make sure you're front line and center. You're going to be handled like a fucking like the best host ever.
Yep.
Right? So that's what I would do. If you come and play, and I tell you straight up, I'm going to benefit if you fucking lose. If I'm allowed to say that, I don't know. Whatever. I'm going to benefit if you lose. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's it. That's how it should be. So I fucking bring this guy, set him up, get him all whatever, like vouch for him and all that stuff. He ends up winning 2.6 million, okay? So I've taken, I'm zinging the hotel room, and like sometimes like I'm at George, I'm hitting you up, sometimes Harry, like I'm hitting everybody with like 2K Ethereum, like 3K.
We're all in Dubai, by the way. At this point, we're all in Dubai.
Yeah,
and
so
we're dealing with you at like.
Yeah, so I'm like this. I say, Sam, I need you. This guy, you got to hold true to my word and not make me look whatever. Like he just hit for 2.6 million. This is a startup casino. This withdrawal needs to be done now. It was done in 15 seconds. Sam got it done in 15 seconds.
Bobby.
So then it came out. Now, hats off to you for that. So it came in 15 seconds, 2.6 million. The motherfucker hits me up the next day, and he's like, hey, you got that $1,700 back. Now, at the end of the day, I'm going to honor that $1,700 I owe him, because I do owe him it, right? But at the end of the day, I was like, you motherfucker. Like, bro, you just won 2.6 million.
By the way,
I
in
set
the
you
industry,
up and you called me for $1,700.
But
out of principle, I paid him back, obviously.
In the industry, it's super commonplace where, okay, so if this guy loses 2.6, Bob makes some money off that. Bob makes some hundreds of thousands off that. It's very common for the player, if he wins 2.6, to tip out the host, tip out the guy who brought him in.
I didn't ever ask for
tip out the affiliate, but it's very common. Like a lot of our affiliates, they'll if the player wins big, they'll get paid either way.
I've never got a tip in my life off a win, but I don't, because I don't want that. I want to take it off you guys.
I tip off every gambling win I ever make. I think my whole team knows that.
No, because they're
if I win, everyone eats.
Players
and by the way, hold on, let's talk about that for 2 seconds. Like just general gambling etiquette.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I fucking,
Always.
when you're playing, if you're hot, you should be tipping and playing hands for the dealer. That's number one. Number two is when you walk, if you're in the physical casino, when you walk out and cash out, you should throw that lady $100. It makes a huge difference for her. It makes no difference for you, right? And then, and then the third thing is whoever was in the crew, everyone's got to eat a little bit. I'm not saying if you win 100,000, you don't want to give everyone fucking couple $1,000, right? But if you got 5 guys,
no,
you know,
Sam. When
you win
Sam won
100,000,
Sam won on the live stream.
5,000.
If you go back on the kick.com live stream monkey tilt, I will say this: I'll call Sam out immediately if I fucking think he's fucking around. If he's not, you tipped everybody. You gave me 5,000. You gave 5,000. This guy 5,000. You were up 125,000 at Red Rock on the thing. You gave everybody $5,000. I do that too. If I win, anybody's with me. Like if I'm gambling with a chick, right?
Yeah.
So usually, sometimes, like I'm really like. I'm really with a hot chick, but sometimes my gambling.
Do you like gambling with chicks, by the way?
Well, this is the thing. You got to make it interesting for them. So you got to cut them in.
Yeah.
So like you're not like paying. Like I'll never pay a girl for shit. I've never bought a girl a fucking purse. I've never bought a girl anything in my life. Matter of fact, I've.
But the
won.
smart Vegas girls, they'll not ask you for any money. They'll just say, "I want to gamble with you." That's like a smart Vegas.
We ain't
girl
gonna play with you. I don't play with the girl.
Can I give
yeah.
like a really hot take here? I fucking hate gambling with girls. I literally, girlfriend, random girl, I literally wish women would never gamble with me ever, period. Except if it's an old Chinese woman and I'm playing Baccarat. That is the except.
But you're playing at a level. You're playing at a level. It's
dude,
intense money.
It's
I'm
like
talking about $5,000.
I hate nothing pisses me off more. If I'm at a dice table, I have to play reserve these days. I mean, you know how I play, right? Like it's reserve because if some girl comes up, she's like, "Wait, what's going on? What number do I have to hit?" And then it's throws it. Oh my, dude! I just want to fucking rip the rail off the table and just go like ape shit. Like,
I do this.
George, you know that, right? Or when a girl's playing, or when like some bozo brings his girlfriend to the table, and it's like, I'm so glad. I mean, look, it's gonna sound ridiculous, but I'm so glad I play reserve games now because the amount of shit that people have to deal with on the casino floor. You know when you see those videos that go viral on the internet of those crazy ass fights that break out on the casino, I'm thinking in my head, how are there not more of these videos? Because there have been times when I've, back when I used to play lower limits, where I wanted to beat the shit out of. So I want to take this fucking thing. Do you remember that guy that walked up to me? Were you there that time when I was playing on the casino floor? I was playing roulette in the Aria high limit room, and this guy stands right over my shoulder.
Oh, dude, fucking try being. I hate to say it, we ain't famous, but try being.
Yeah.
Try being known by, because I like to describe it this way. Every 16-year-old to 35-year-old in the United States of America, I'd say about 70% of anybody I walk by between that age range, I'm going to have a conversation with. Whether in an airport, whether whatever. I don't mind it. I fucking love it. It's just whatever. Yeah. We're not famous. We ain't Biebers. We ain't none of that. Our clips are recycled. People know my face. People know our shit. Yeah. So we are somewhat famous. And it fucking is fine. You know what's not fine? When I pop 2 Adderalls and I'm at a slot machine. Okay? And I'm at a fucking slot machine. Okay? I'm the nicest guy in the world. I am so, why wouldn't I be, right? But when you come near me and I'm firing and I'm fucking just in it, my bloodshot eyes, and I haven't slept and I'm good on
drooling on the
side. Like, hey, Bob, what's Kyle like? I'm like,
your hoodie's on.
I'm like, bro, who the fuck are, like, I'm like, get the fuck away from me. That's the only time I'll ever have a problem with somebody. Yeah. You do not, it is rule number 1. You are allowed to go up to anybody on the planet, any celebrity. I don't care if they're eating dinner. Great, that's fine. Yeah. Go eat with their family. If they're gambling, you never stay the fuck away from every fucking. Yes. Do not go near. That's why
you should never ever. You know, when if one of my friends is gambling, like let's say one of my buddies is shooting dice, or you know this, or so they're. I'm on like 15 feet away because let's just say they said, hey, come meet me at the Aria, and I come and I see them. I move kind of on the perimeter until they're out of the zone, and they go, oh, hey, what's up? See, you know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, what's up? Like when I see you pounding slots, I'm like,
you're good about that. Just don't talk to me. Like
I know you're in the zone.
It's the same thing with Dana. Even like our relationship with Dana and Steve and like whatever. Like Steve fires 40,000 a hand.
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Dana fires huge. Yeah. I'm not, as much as my relationship is with them, I don't want to be in that room while they're doing that.
I can't believe with how much shit you've talked to Dana about Power Slap that you haven't told him to just like ditch his losses in Power Slap and then like go buy a casino. Like, you know how good of an investment
he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to be involved.
He doesn't want to be licensed and stuff, right?
I think so. Yeah. Probably. I don't know. I mean, I don't know his answers about that. But at the end of the day, this is how great of a guy like Dana is, like, and how much of a savage animal. He's back there battling. He's down $4 million.
Yeah,
his markers are like this.
Yeah,
so basically
he doesn't like to lose, right?
Markers are this. So basically, if you just play the casino, if you need a marker, you take a little thing. It's a little circle that says 100.
Well, hold on. First, give the so for players to give the people background. So for players who play high limits. You don't want to walk into the casino with large amounts of cash. So you file a credit application ahead of time with the casino, right?
We didn't get passed on that one.
Yeah. I don't know how Bob gets a marker, but anyways, so you give them your social security number, your bank information, they check your credit, and they go, okay, this guy is good for X amount of money. And so when you go to the table, you walk up to the table, you give them your player's card, you say, I want to play on markers. So
fucking dangerous.
Your marker is 500,000, whatever it is. You can pull 10,000, anything up to 500,000. You get 30 to 45 days to pay it.
And actually, if you don't pay it, you go to jail, right?
No, so you don't go to jail, but if you don't pay it, the attorney general they can hand it over to the Nevada attorney general, and you'll get visited. They'll come to your house because it's an enforceable debt in the United States.
I beat a kid for 70 grand. Never knew him on the internet before. It played me so bad. Fucking, I beat him for 70 grand in poker. Just fucking ghosted. I've been looking for that.
He ghosted you?
Yeah, I mean usually it's the other way around, but
hold on, but. Yeah. So wait. How did you find this guy?
I just assumed, like I don't know. I'll figure it out. I got him.
Yeah.
We got him. Don't worry about it. We got him.
Did you ever meet
this?
this guy in real life before you played him for $70,000?
No, I didn't play him for 70,000. It was like I played him for I started for like
10,000, $500
games.
Oh my god!
And I just ran.
You let
him.
the sheet get that big?
That's a
rookie mistake. I didn't expect you to.
I didn't. Yeah. You know what's funny? I let the sheet get that big because he made little small, proving he was so good at being deceptive. And that's the art. Like if you're the art of being really, really deceptive, like it is, we'll fall for it.
I had this conversation with a bunch of the guys in the car yesterday, but like I've been gambling now. I'm 34 years old. I've been gambling since I turned 21, so 13 years now, right? A little bit before too, obviously. But it takes a lot of discipline and stuff to be in the game this long as someone who still gambles. You know what I mean? Like, don't you agree? Like, because I think we've seen a lot of friends go broke and all that kind of stuff. Like people, they can't control themselves.
I mean, dude, that's
yeah. So
I've had that happen 10 times over. Yeah.
So to get through, I gamble like every day, and I'm obviously got a great bankroll and all that stuff. So I think one of the things. There are tricks you learn along the way, and one of them is like counterparty credit. I think one of the places you can get fucked the most is like you're playing someone for some number, or you're betting sports against them for some number, and you let the number get too big.
You just have to always have a settle mark.
You
have to always have a settle mark. That's
it's crazy. So no, I know, but I think for me, I'm very good at knowing. Okay, my liability with this person is getting too big. I need them to settle before I let the sheet keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I did my whole entire lifetime losses pretty much, which is actually
no, you did. No, I knew it was with you when you did this. You did the casino losses.
I did all my lifetime losses
at the casinos in Vegas, not it.
So I was like Red Rock down 160, Aria up 40.
No way. Really?
Yeah. But I'm up incredibly. Obviously, this is obvious. I'm up.
Incredibly what? You're up incredibly what?
Table games, but like slots, you just get murdered. But
yeah,
for me, it's like I have ADD. Pop a couple fucking zingers. I'm like ding 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 ding. Like having fun and like fucking wake up.
I've never met anyone our age love slots as much as you and Steve. You and Steve are.
You know what it is about slots that I really enjoy?
Yeah.
First of all, actually, fun fact is this: do you know that if I do not administer, I don't do drugs, by the way. Biggest misconception is this. Well,
everyone thinks you rip coke and you don't. Yeah, I can attest to that.
I don't do mushrooms. I don't do acid. I don't do fucking heroin. I don't do coke. I do none of that. Which is bad though. It's basically like meth. Like I definitely take fucking Zaps. I just tell everybody I have a math test the next day. So, but I definitely take Zaps. If I do not take an Adderall, okay.
You don't.
If I do not take an
slots
Adderall,
are unappealing to you.
I can't think about gambling.
Yeah.
I don't even
it's not even appealing to you.
want to gamble.
Yeah.
I actually don't even like. It's like like I can go into a casino right now if I don't take Adderall for 7 days. I can go to a casino and just be like, "What is this place?" I swear to God. If I take the fucking salmon bomber, 30 milligram, it's like. Holy shit. I'm like, I'm fucking in. And I fucking go and I lock in. And I did 11 hours, dude. And I had like basically, like cereal, how they had those Lucky Charms. And you eat a bowl and they had like all the marshmallows. That's basically like the other night I had that many Adderalls in there. And I kept eating it like a Lucky Charm. And I fucking sat at that motherfucking. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking, bro. By the way, I over exaggerate. I fucking sat eating Lucky Charms, that fucking slot machine. For 11 hours at the same machine. I told Kyle, 11 hours at the same machine. But this is the thing about me with slots. I'll buy in for $5,000 into one slot. And I'll start off heavy. 50 to 100 a pull. I won't be like crazy. Like, I've never done the $500 pull. I'm too much of a pussy.
Yeah.
And I'll take that 5,000. If it goes down to like 2,500, I'll reduce my bets to like fucking $5 sometimes, $10. And I'll just sit there and grill and just try and grind it back. Because I'll be, that's what I'll do. My problem is like if I get up, I hit I was down 1.6 million lifetime loss, and I hit on an airplane going back. I was outside the United States, obviously. I hit from an airplane going back, flying over Mexico, just before I crossed over the border. I hit for a Plinko ball on Roulette by mistake for $1 million. It was the greatest thing ever.
How drunk were you?
I don't get drunk.
Vodka sodas? You're not a vodka soda guy on the plane?
I could drink 45 vodka sodas and
you're
not
just
even
chilling.
No.
Yeah, you know what? That's true. I don't see that.
I don't drink that much. But yeah, no, I do. Yeah, gambling is crippling to my life, but at the same time, it's fucking awesome. That's it.
You know, I've seen.
That's it.
I have seen. What was it?
I've already accomplished all I want to accomplish. I did a cool thing. President of the United States, evacuated people out of Afghanistan with the fucking CIA. I did the craziest thing you could ever imagine. I'm fucking good. We're good.
I was talking to one of my buddies earlier today, and he said, the relief I get. He likes to play slots too, and he said, I want to come to Vegas. I just want to turn my phone off. I just want to pound slots for like 5 hours straight, and that's it. He goes, I don't care win or lose. It's just the huge
what I
stress
think I'm going to
relief
invent? I think I brought up a good idea because I remember talking about how I don't want to talk to people or anything. They should have a tent that you could, so you have a slot machine, you can do a tent so you roll it over your head, and it's you in the slot machine and nobody else. So nobody can see you.
I did think about you when that thing went viral on IG about putting the slot machines in your hotel room. The damage that would do to you would be unspeakable.
No, but dude, I tell you what, like right now, I didn't take his app. Like you guys can tell when I like the past 2 days, like when I don't communicate with people and I'm like not social.
Yeah,
that's when you can tell I'm zapped.
Zapped. Yeah.
I cannot think about like I'm at a casino, I'm at Wynn. I can't think like I won't play tonight. I'll go and fucking chill, I'll go to bed, I'll watch fucking Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
Yeah.
I'd like to say I go beat off, but I don't need to because I get a lot of pussy.
Wait. So where'd you get those girls? Let's jump off gambling for people. We'll come back to gambling. No, I want to hear Huntington Beach. You said that. I don't even know if this is true. I think it's a lie. It's 90%
I'll tell you guys,
there are three chicks.
I'll over-exaggerate, but I'm not over-exaggerating.
Where did the 3 chicks come in? You said you were 3 chicks.
I do not go out. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I do not go out.
No, you were at a bungalow the other night.
I went out for the first time in probably 7 years.
First of all, I've been out with you like 50 times in the last.
Explain the last time I saw me at a club.
Okay.
Where I didn't pop it for 2 minutes, say what's up, and leave.
Nope. We went to Scottsdale. We went out, right? We went to Scottsdale UFC. I don't remember. Steve was there too, and Kyle was there. And
how long was I there? 3 minutes?
I have no. I can't remember. I'll tell you. Me, you, and Marlon Humphrey went out to Poppy. You remember that in LA?
Yeah. How many years ago? 4.
No, that was. What are we in 2025? That was.
I've gone to 5 clubs.
That was like 20. Wait, hold on. No. I mean, what do you call?
You'll never ever find.
What do you call those nights where you're out at the bar drinking all night? Is that not going out?
I day drink.
So that's not going out.
My schedule is this.
You're saying you don't go to nightclubs or you don't go out?
No, I don't go out to nightclubs.
But you also like
drink and when it's light outside, I'll go out. When it's dark,
okay, so
fucking Batman.
All right, so where's the girls? Where do those come from?
I mean, brother, listen,
when you're not paying for them.
See this thing right here?
Yeah.
All right, how many people out here? Wow, 5 million on here. 3 point. Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty appealing to a lot of fucking bitches. I got an advantage over everybody, right? So I don't gotta put any fucking work in.
Just
so
DMs,
if I DM
just the DMs.
fucking 30 fucking bottles,
a game changer,
right?
Wow.
And I also like can talk. You know, it's game over. My success rate on closing. 95%.
Yeah.
Like I have like 3 misses that I haven't fucked 3 girls that I really want to fuck.
I'm not gonna say anything. We won't incriminate anyone here, but I do remember when I walked in with my camera guy.
Yeah.
And we walked into your room at the Red Rock, and he's like, "Oh my fucking god!" You know which girl I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
The funny thing, it's not just funny that she's just like hot. It's also the funny that like seeing you two are. It's not like I'm not saying you're not a good-looking guy.
No, I mean,
bro, it's a hilarious that girl.
I can be good-looking if I want.
You imagine who would you imagine? What guy would you imagine that girl to roll up to a place with? And like Bob is like number 709.
Yeah, but that's why we don't. But that's why we don't compete. I don't compete in environments
like that chick.
I don't compete in environments where I'm going to be outplayed. So at the club, I'm an underdog.
That chick.
The club, I'm an underdog.
It was like I thought her boyfriend looked like Bad Bunny.
Well, I'm not really a dog at the club though, because when I'm at the club, motherfuckers are coming up to me and taking pictures and shit. So I'm not a dog at the club. But if I walked in as a standard, like an average person with no following or anything like that, I'd be an underdog huge. I'm 5'8". I'm fucking look like Gollum when I take 3 days of zaps. Like I'm fucking, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm not fucking like I'm not the girl you want to take home. You're fucking mom and dad's the guy. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I got a powerful amount of followers, and if y'all want them, come and hit me up because I got them.
None of them convert to gamblers, but if you want to get laid, then you need to come talk to Mr. Menery. Did I tell you about my story with golf?
No, I want to hear it though.
When I was 27. I sold my equity in this business. I came to the US. I was living in Australia. And I said, man, this golf thing, like everyone golfs. I need to learn how to be good at golf. So I joined Southern Highlands, right? I got a golf coach and stuff and the whole thing. Golfed religiously for a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Best score I ever shot. And then you're going to make fun of my swing. The best score I ever shot was like 84. Best score I ever shot.
Yeah.
It's that's a real 84. That's not
you're
a
just
bullshit.
not playing in fun enough games because everything's a game of golf is very boring.
No, Bob. Who's around? You've seen some of my golf, dude. I used to play $1,000 hole hammers. Have you ever? Okay, there was a Chinese guy.
Hammer's
And by the way,
this
guy, you need to meet this guy.
You just said the game, bro.
There's a Chinese guy that used to come to town. He's still one of my longtime best friends. And this motherfucker will play you for any amount. Like
I can't play.
I've never. Do you ever play baccarat? This guy lost like $32 million to MGM Resorts. He has a personal locker in Shadow Creek, the whole thing, right? And this guy will play baccarat. The way Bob hits zaps and plays slots, this guy will play baccarat for like 20 hours straight. And he does two things. He likes two things. Two things bring him more pleasure than anything in life. So he's an entrepreneur, right? So he builds businesses and sells them for ginormous numbers. But when he's not doing that, he wants to play baccarat. He loves to drink Johnny Walker, and he likes to play golf.
Oh my God, this guy's like
this guy and Bob would be. Dude, this guy and Bob would be bad news together. Like,
well, you know what we should do? We should do a social live experience because obviously he's not zapping and taking Adderall.
No,
we should give him one. So what I should
this
do
guy
is
will zap
administer
too.
like the body of Christ. I'll give him a zap, and then we'll see how much he. Because that's 20 hours.
Okay, true story.
Days.
So
they'll be like, Jesus.
True story. This is like
40 days of 40
right
nights.
before COVID or beginning of COVID. We're at Cosmo. This guy before Cosmo sold to MGM. This guy owned the Cosmo. This guy was probably Cosmo's #1 player by a fucking mile. And
but what percent of real
hold on. This is
overall
important.
money did he
I gotta
take
tell
up,
the story.
though?
I gotta tell the story. So this guy's like 64 years old, right? Short, Chinese, bald. Dude, you look at this guy, no shot you would think what a demon this guy is, right? So we're drinking with it. This guy's just pounding Johnny Walker. He'd get through a bottle of Johnny Walker a day, right? Pounding Johnny Walker and playing baccarat, chain smoking cigarettes. And we're like, hey, he has this girlfriend who's like 40 years younger than him or something. I don't know how old she is. She's a lot younger than him, right? And she's like, hey, I want to go to the club. I want to go to the club. He's like, all right, fine. Let's fucking go to the club. So we go to the club with him. We're two professional golfers. He plays like high stakes against all these pro golfers. He obviously gets a handicap, but like all these guys love him, right? One of the pro golfers gives him an ecstasy while we're he says 64 years old, right? So he's like a Johnny Walker deep, right? A bottle of Johnny Walker deep. Probably a pack and a half of cigarettes, and now he just popped an ecstasy. He's dancing in what's the club? Marquee? Yeah, he's dancing in Marquee. There's like 20 paid-for girls at the table. He projectile
something else
vomits.
I don't do, by the way. I don't believe in.
Projectile vomits all over one of them, dude. It was like the pro golfer's dying laughing, right? He like goes to his like assistant. His assistant grabs 10 grand cash and just hands it to the girl. And then they had to like take him up to his room.
How does that work with the girl thing?
By the way, I played this guy. So hold on.
Do they pay those girls to come there?
So back on the golf story. So in my heat of golfing madness,
on my own, boys.
You want to hear a crazy story, and I'm sure you've got some too. But so I started playing this guy at Southern Highlands, okay? And he gave me a huge handicap. I can't remember. He gave me like 2 strokes a hole or some shit like that, right? I was terrible. And we would play $1,000 hammers. We had a putt on 9 and a putt on 18. That was a $128,000 putt.
I had that.
Both times. Wait, so then this game was getting so big, and it was the talk around town. The caddies at Southern Highlands, everyone knew about this game. Everyone was trying to get into this game, right? And the funny part about this game was that I'm like so bad at golf, but I'd bet on any shot, any stroke, anything, right? And then my thing was
that's why you're good out there. That's
I wouldn't let you play with me unless I could say, like, I didn't want to just bet on my game. I want to bet on your game. So if you had an approach shot, let's just say you had like 150 approach shot, you had a 9 iron, whatever it was.
Straight vodka
I would want to
shot.
bet you, like, land on the green, not land on the green, distance to the whole thing, handicap it, price the dude. We had a notebook where we would.
That's why you'd be great at full swing golf. Come on.
Yeah, no, I will. Where we'd write down all these bets. So listen to this. Me and this guy, we're gambling for
5 or 6 days straight golfing, right? We played Southern Highlands, Shadow Creek. There was another course out here. Oh, we played the Lake Las Vegas, Reflection Bay, right? And then he goes, hey, I got to go to Hawaii. Do you want to fly out and keep this going? And we're gambling and we're playing other shit on the side. The number's getting pretty big.
There's nothing
right?
better than that.
No, the number's getting pretty big. So I stop everything I'm doing and fly to Hawaii. Me and this guy are in Hawaii for 4 weeks together, playing backgammon, high stakes golf. I mean, this is the best.
Where's the settle amount?
This is literally
Where's the settle amount?
Dude, the settle number with me and him was like, it could be as big as you want, but we ended up settling. I'm not gonna say who won or what. It was like about $500,000.
Yeah,
it was a fun. Dude, this went for like 5 weeks.
The biggest putt I ever had money wise. You said what's the biggest bet you ever had on a golf course?
That would have been against him. It would have been one of those putts for like 128,000.
I had Whistling Straits. I had a 5.5 footer a month and a half ago.
Yeah,
90,000 lipped out.
No, you didn't.
90,000. I don't, dude. The thing with me on the golf course is I'm so good at like, dude. No.
I gotta time that up with text when you were willing to come do promotions. For
how many?
This
is how many hole-in-ones do I have? One.
No, watch out! You might mute the mic.
I have
one hole-in-one over your whole career.
So here's the deal. I have one hole-in-one in my career, and it came at the most crucial time of all time.
Okay, when?
Okay, so I am sitting at Mountain Shadows Resort.
Okay, where's that at?
Scottsdale, one of the places I go to. Not anymore because they're the worst fucking hotel in the world. They threw me out. I spent like 30 grand there, and for some reason, I guess I threatened to murder somebody at the front desk who was talking about killing somebody, and so they heard it, and somebody was getting murdered apparently. And I'm like, I never have those conversations, and they were like, I don't know. So, anyways, prior to being thrown out, I would sit at the bar, and it was like 10 a.m. I'd have a drink, and guy would sit down, and there's a golf course right behind me, 5 feet.
Yep.
And I'd just be like, yo, you want to play a game? Like, let's play a high-stakes game right now.
Yep.
Nobody would really play because the amount of money I wanted to play for is like probably $5,000-$10,000 to start off, like a game like that. And but one guy accepted. I'm not going to say his name, but he was a former NFL player.
Okay.
And so we go and play.
Okay.
So we play for a total of, we get 9 holes because it's getting dark. Play 9 holes, and I lose like, man, a lot of money, 40 grand, I think, like that.
Okay.
So I'm like, yo, bro. I was like, I'll settle this in 30 minutes. He was like, I gotta go. He's like, you're good. I said, I'll sell you it or do like Zells and fucking all that shit.
Yeah.
And I'll pay you in 30 minutes. 30 minutes go by. I text the motherfucker. I'm like, you ain't getting your money. unless I see you there tomorrow morning at fucking 7 a.m. I'll pay you upfront cash.
And then
right fucking now, and then we restart. I ain't just giving you 40 and letting you hit and run on me.
Now, I just want to say I've never played with Michael Jordan, but there's a famous story that goes around that this is the exact reason why Michael Jordan will only play you for the amount of cash you have on you. He'll play you for a car, he'll play you for a watch, but it has to be on.
I would
you.
have paid him. I would have paid him
at the end of
no,
the
no,
18
I would.
holes.
If he was like, "Fuck you, pay me," I would have just dragged it out and probably like whatever. I would have paid him, but this is just the move.
Yeah,
I got to make a shot at it.
Yeah,
I got to take a shot. So I'm like, so he's like, done. Let's just fucking play.
Yeah.
So I show up the next day. Now we get 18 holes in. Hole 1 to 17. I'm pressing. I'm back to everything.
Yeah.
I get raped.
What's the handicap, by the way? Is this guy as good as you?
He's like a 3. I was an 8.
Okay,
so he got like 5
you're
overall.
catching strokes too.
I just played the worst round of golf I've ever played in my life, and I lost 17 holes straight on all presses. So I'm down.
I know exactly who this NFL player is.
I'm down massive amounts of money.
Yeah.
We get to 18. Now I'm like defeated. There's like a lawyer on the phone, for God's sake, basically. But like put shit in like escrow. I don't know what the fuck going on. Swear to God.
Yeah.
So it's the 18th hole, and it's a par 3. And he's like, I said, bro, here's the deal. Like, I'm not going to ask you to double or nothing because that's not fair. You battled me all day. I said, just take half the action. Give me a chance to win half at least back.
Yeah.
At least settling half, whatever.
Yep.
He's like, no, let's go the whole fucking thing on 18. He knew a battle I was playing. I was
the whole
hammered.
enchilada.
Yeah, he's like, let's go the whole enchilada.
My
You're good.
God.
He's up first. He hits. It's like 160-yard par 3.
Okay.
He fucking hits a fucking dart
Oh, no.
like this.
By the way,
It's good. It's fucking good.
You're
It's a tap with
obviously experienced golfer and stuff, but in my very short golf career, I think the worst feeling ever is when you got a lot of money on a par 3 and you're second and the first guy hits it.
Dude, no. It was
It's
this.
like
it was this. It was this.
yeah.
This is my thought process. He hits it. He sticks it here. It's good. It's good. It's tapping. It's good. I don't have to go to the green. The putt's already good. He's in for birdie.
Yeah.
So I was basically like,
At
best case scenario, I'm
draw.
pushing.
At best
I'm
case,
pushing.
you draw. Yeah.
So I'm just like, whatever. I'm coming up to the tee.
Yeah.
Step up. My backswing, I'm swinging. This fucking cart fucking is like in my backswing, like smokes the cart behind me.
Yeah, but you should get a swing again.
I contacted, I hit it. I look back, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you should swing again.
Hit it, hits the back, spins, goes in the hole.
No, it doesn't.
Clears my entire fucking
No,
deck.
it doesn't.
Jay
Were you
was-
asking for a reswing before?
No, I was just, dude, it's so fast. I'm up to the ball. I hit it. Think about it.
Yeah.
Hit it. What the fuck?
That's another thing about me. I'm
Boom.
very fucking.
Spin in the hole. Jay walks to the
That
parking
is
lot. Walks off. Doesn't even fucking.
Unbelievable.
I fucking go ape shit. I'm like, I didn't win a hole for 2 days.
So it starts with a J because I thought you were playing Larry Fitzgerald. That's what
No.
he's pretty good, right?
But I fucking dude, it was the greatest hole in one ever. I mean, if you make a hole in one, everybody's like, yeah, well, I made a 300-yard par four. I'm like, well, how
Wait,
much
were
did you
you
fucking
played?
make?
Did you actually play Phil Mickelson, by the way?
I played Phil. I played Phil at Rancho Santa Fe.
How many holes?
We played 18. Then we're such degens. And
Yeah.
he went 18. We
What
finished.
how did that happen? Like,
Brian Zurif set it up, who created Tiger
Zurf.
Phil.
Yep. Yeah.
Zurif set it up. Phil and I were talking shit online back and forth in the DMs, and Phil's obviously bankroll is massive. But at the same time, like
You and
know,
him,
he was-
you and him used to share a very big gambling problem, by the way.
mine still exists. I'm pretty sure his does too.
Yeah.
So we go and I meet in the range. It's Phil Mickelson. I'm playing him. I have no fear of anybody. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
I'm confident. And so he gave me, man, I forget how many shots. I think like 17 shots. I'm at his home course. He knows everything up and down.
Yeah.
We play 18 holes. I get murdered in the first degree. So we end up eating lunch. And then he's like, emergency 9? I'm like, yep, let's go. And then I won some back. And he chipped in 4 times. He shot like 57. Like he shot probably the best round he's ever shot in his life against me. And it was.
I also think.
In the first hole, this is the greatest. I'm off. Picture a guy who has the opportunity to go play Phil Mickelson, knowing that with ample time to rest and whatever. What do? I go out and get fucking zinked. Like no sleep. Like I have bloodshot eyes. Right, bro. First hole, I step up to the tee. Mickelson rips a 305-yard drive down the middle. I step up to the tee. First hole. At Rancho Santa Fe, there's a fucking couple walking their dog, dude. Okay? On the side. I hadn't slept. I'm like talking about, I hadn't slept. I take a fucking driver. I fucking hit the hardest, fastest, low-liner duck hook directly at the dog's head. Dude, when I tell you this fucking ball missed the dog's head, first shot against Phil Mickelson ever, missed the dog's head by this inch.
Yeah.
It was a nuclear missile. The people that were with the dog were like frozen, like shaking when it came by.
Yeah, sure.
If that ball had hit the dog's head, the dog not only would have died,
Head would have exploded,
His head
huh?
would have fucking exploded into 1,000 pieces. That's how fast that ball was going. And Phil's reaction was so great. He's like, because normally people are like, oh shit, like Ritzy Titsy Club. Phil's like, down one, and that was it. I was like, all right, let's go. And then I'm like, sorry, my bad, apologies.
Who? So I think me and you obviously both know a lot of, I guess, famous people, whatever. But there's whatever. I mean, a lot of these people, whatever, hanging out with them is whatever. But Phil's one of those guys. I mean, just because of, Phil's a legend. Like the golf, the gambling. I think Phil's lived so much life. So that's the exact way you should live your life.
I don't like people that go dark for no reason on you. If you have a relationship with somebody and you're like fucking tight with somebody, Morgan Wallen's the other one too. Morgan and I were very tight, and then they just go MIA. Like there's nothing we ever did. I did Ron Morgan, never whatever.
Yeah, but I think Phil,
or Phil too. Like, but you don't just check out. If you're homies with somebody, you never check out.
I think
I don't care what the fuck it is about your brand, whatever. Like I don't care.
So I personally wouldn't do that, but I think if you're changing your lifestyle as dramatically as he tried to change it, I would imagine that.
Nah, you still go to your homies and be like, "Yo, bro, you good?" That's it. Even if it's a one-time check, that's it.
Especially you, like if you're trying to not gamble and not zap, and you do. I don't know, man. Like I'm sure he still thinks very highly of you, but I don't think if like you're trying to live a life a certain way. Like,
if I didn't burn you, if I didn't burn you individually,
Bob, I promise you that if my life objective was to not drink or gamble, I would probably have to talk to you significantly less.
You'd still check in. You'd have to
check
say,
in.
"Yo,
Yeah,
it's good.
of
You
course.
good? Happy holidays."
100%.
Happy holidays.
100% would check in.
At least then you know you're good. You know what I mean? That's
you,
basically
legend.
fucking it. At least you know you're good.
Yeah.
There's a couple people on that list.
Wait, so of all the people that you have not golfed with yet,
Steph Curry, I played too.
no, but of all the people you've not golfed with yet, give me one professional golfer or ex-professional golfer and one that's outside of that you would like to play with.
I beat Matt Wolf.
That you
Matt
like.
Wolf.
That you like. That's cool. But tell me someone you'd like to play around with.
I mean, I met Tiger. I've talked to Tiger and all that.
But you haven't played with Tiger?
Haven't played with Tiger. Tiger, obviously.
I don't think Tiger. I mean, Tiger's the man, right? He's the GOAT, but I don't think he'd be that fun to play with.
Brooks. Brooks and I fucking played.
Brooks seems like he'd be a good dude. Dustin Johnson would be a good dude to play with.
Oh, dude, I have a great story about Brooks and DJ and I at the club and shit with Paulina. We were tight and fucking. It was one night in Vegas, and I was making. It's when I first kind of started making those clips online, the voiceovers.
Yeah.
And all I did all the time was attack Dustin Johnson's cocaine problem, and so all I did was make clips being like Dustin Johnson fucking ripping bangers, like, and I guess he didn't like it.
Yeah.
You know, which I don't blame him.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand how you didn't see like just that, kid trying on the come up.
Yeah.
You know, and so fucking. I'm with Brooks. We're playing golf, whatever, or something. I forget. We're actually in Vegas. I don't know. And I get a FaceTime call from Koepka as I'm leaving Vegas. You know me. I don't go to clubs or anything like that. The first time I answer, it's Koepka. And there's this face like this. And it's Dustin Johnson just fucking blacked out. Like, he's like, get over here. I never met Dustin in my life.
Yeah.
But I'm just ripping him online all the time. So Dustin's like, fucking, come on over here. I got to talk to you. I'm like, all right. Dustin Johnson calling me. I'm like, I'm going to
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
So I go up the escalator. I go in. And then he looked at me. He came in. And he's like, all fucked up. And Paulina's right there, and it's Brooks' spot section. He's like, Brooks is just dying laughing. And he's like, if you ever make another clip on me again, I'll fucking kill you. And whatever. And I'll fucking whatever. And like, he's like, I got kids and all that. And I'm like, you know what? Actually, I respect that. I said, Dustin, you know what? I'll never make another clip about you. And I never made another clip about it.
Except this is going to get clipped up. And
No, but no, because I can't. Yeah, that's fine. But I never made another clip about you.
Yeah,
It was like
that's
a principle
cool.
thing. Once if you came to me, like, I didn't know.
Yeah.
You're like, so when you don't like something, I'll never do it. That's it. I respect. He was the #1 golfer in the world at the time. I said, fuck no.
That guy's
absolutely
absolute
not.
stud.
And
Yeah.
Dustin Johnson, he was cool. And then after I always saw him, he was like, hey, never made another clip about it again.
I'd want to play John Daly.
Oh, I can make that happen tomorrow.
Yeah, but I mean, but have
I
you
can
played
make
with
that
him?
happen.
But have you played with John Daly?
Dude, me and John, like, we don't play. We just go out and get fucked up.
Yeah. I mean,
John and I have had some. John and I got
that guy.
That man lives up to his thing.
By the way, is it? I don't know if he wrote it, if it was an autobiography or if it was just biography. But I read his biography.
Give me my phone right now.
No. There's dude.
Daly's it.
John Daly. If you guys have not read John Daly's biography, it is the most fucking legendary biography I've ever read. And I love reading biographies, right? But basically, I'll summarize the whole thing to you. The guy's one of the best natural athletes on the planet, right? Unreal golfer, addicted to slot machines, addicted to drinking, probably addicted to zaps. I don't know, but and women too. I mean, there was the whole story.
There's nothing that he faces all. Like, it was like right.
That whole story, the whole John Daly. Here's the John Daly story, right? Wake up, get fucked up, golf, continue drink. I mean, like, rumored, allegedly drink and get fucked up while you're golfing on the PGA Tour with the best golfers on the fucking planet. Put up insane numbers, keep drinking, take the check that you just made from golf, gamble it all away on slots, do it all over again. I mean, dude, has there been a greater American hero than John Daly?
I'll tell you what, that's very easy to do. I mean, John and I. Yeah. Very tight. We should play golf.
We should do it.
That's
a good stream.
That would be a live stream.
That's a really good stream.
And John can't say no to me because I did a lot of favors with John.
He's quieted down a little bit though. He's like,
no, fuck no.
Is his son? His son has a killer golf swing.
His son's good at golf.
Yeah.
He had a health scare, so still probably does.
His son as like crazy as John is, or probably a little more
polar opposite?
Yeah, right. That's usually how it is.
But yeah, I can arrange that 100%.
That'd be hilarious to see what your kid turned out to be. Your kid would be like a straight A nerd, great kid.
My kid would
probably stop talking to you when he turned like 50. Could you imagine if 13-year-old Bob Menery discovered Adderall? I mean, fuck.
No, I was on that. Actually, I remember the first time I ever took Adderall was, I think I was actually junior year of high school. No, sophomore year of high school. My biology teacher came up to me and she's like, "Hey, I have to start sending you on laps."
Imagining you in a classroom might be the funniest. I just thought about that. That is the funniest thing. Like you taking the SAT. Like I can't even.
Oh, I didn't guess on everything. I can't even imagine. But I'll tell you what, I'll beat anybody in Jeopardy. I'll beat anybody in Jeopardy.
Did you play sports in high school? Golf.
In high school. Did you see me scoring your 7'2" kid?
Golf. What else?
Everything, bro. I was a natural
golf
athlete.
Wrestler.
I couldn't play
you played
sports
basketball?
in high school because I was too little. I was 4'8", 74 pounds.
You did. Where'd you grow? You grew up
Lawrence, Mass, in the hood.
Oh yeah,
real hood. The real hood. Okay, the real fucking hood.
What did you think of?
So my opinion.
What did you think of the tilt truck?
I gotta say Western Customs.
Yeah, West Coast Customs.
How much did you pay for that fucking thing?
Don't worry about it.
The outside paint job.
Ryan Compton, remember, was on the house.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, he should have. He should have.
Enthusiastic about partnering with Monkey Tilt.
The outside paint
the
job
soon
was
to be
wonderful.
#1 online crypto casino on the planet. All right, so golf, by the way.
Yeah.
Would you be down to give
I'll
us
set
some
up Daly.
pointers?
Daly will do me any favor that I
No,
ask.
no,
'cause
no,
he's a
no,
great
no.
guy.
Forget before we get into any of that. I need like a month of pointers, sharpening the game, so we can play together and shit.
Yeah, I'm a good. I think that like, dude, that's why when you play golf, the biggest mistake people make when they play golf is everybody's selfish and wants to like be like, it's about me. It's about I want to play my own ball. I have never played a game where I play my own ball.
Yep.
It is always a scramble.
Sure.
So it's 2v2.
No,
You
forget
both
about that.
drive
I
the
don't-
best one.
Yeah,
I'm
look,
not gonna wait for this guy, this guy, this guy. Time
No.
management is the most important thing, right? You play scrambles. I don't play a game if it's not a scramble.
Yeah, sure.
I want to be in the game with a teammate, and I want to play 2v2 scrambles. I'm very, very good at structuring games. I don't.
Why
play-
are you're your best golfer in the full send thing? Why are you losing lately?
I didn't lose lately. I just don't care enough because they're not playing for big enough money.
What do they play for?
I'm gonna play for like $5,000 or something like that.
Oh yeah, okay.
I want a good game, and if I can't obviously do it myself, I'll get backers to back it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Which is fun too, because I'll play harder. If somebody else's money on the line, I'll play harder than I will my own money. You know, I don't want to lose other people's fucking shit.
Yeah.
But I do. Golf comes in waves of just like, you know, when you're playing good, you're playing good. And right now, like I can tell my body and my mind and everything. Like I'm about to go on a ridiculous golf run. I'm playing Kyle on January 17th in LA. I think if Riviera didn't burn down, we're gonna play Riviera.
I'm gonna sharpen up my golf game this year so that me and you can start playing high stakes golf.
Yeah, and even still, dude, you don't even need to. I can make you a lot of money if you just like. Because first and foremost, I will go into every game with an advantage. Because believe it or not, there are people who want to play golf with me for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
And
I've seen it actually
I'll
firsthand.
make sure that I have an advantage going to that game if you want to play golf with me.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
I think people, bro, Bob, the problem is with, you know, it's not even a problem. It's what I love about you, but you have a plan, and then within 2 holes, you just start zapping and drinking, and then the girls. Actually, Steve will do, and I were talking on FaceTime, and by the way, you know, Steve, I have the relationship with Steve because of you, right? But talking for 30 minutes, and Steve just said, you know, Bob is the funniest, most entertaining guy I know. Like Steve's one of your biggest fans, right? But Steve's like, I will not back him in anything if there's girls in the room. If there's girls in the room, they gotta get out. Girls in the room gotta get out, and then he's gotta stop drinking. So you're saying, if
you know what's funny?
Heads
Is
up poker.
if I went and played sober golf,
Yeah.
I'd be awful.
No, you have to drink when you go.
I have to drink.
Yeah,
I
you
have to take.
drink when you
I
golf.
know the perfect amount, like to a fucking T of Adderall I'm supposed to administer. Like, dude, I take golf very seriously.
You know someone when they start to use the word administer with a drug, you know, that's
On the first tee, usually the most ideal golf situation. Wake up, okay? Normally, I'd say every round I played on full send. That's just carrying over from the night before, right?
Yeah.
But ideally, it would be get a great night's sleep the night before, wake
Yeah.
up 2 hours before,
100%.
pop an Adderall 45 minutes before arriving to the golf course.
Okay.
Take your first Adderall, 30 milligram steamer.
Yeah.
Okay? Pop that thing in there. All right? Obviously, you want to eat a big breakfast because the rest of the day is going to be croutons and 1 carrot.
Yeah.
Okay? So then you go to the range.
Do you drink before you
And I
get
never
on-
play my own clubs. I play rentals.
Really?
I want to beat you with rentals.
Stiff? Obviously.
Always stiff.
Yeah.
Always stiff flex. And then I go there. I'll hit seven or 8 balls. I'll hit like 2 wedges, 5 iron, 6 iron, 3 drivers, and then I'm back in the cart, and then I'm talking shit.
Yeah.
And then I'm just in your fucking grill. I'm in your head. I'm
Yeah,
very
I saw
good at
you.
talking
Yeah,
shit.
you
I
love
can get,
talking.
But Kyle has the upper hand right now. I'm going to play him, and we're going to have a big match. We're playing for a lot.
What does he play? What's his handicap?
I'm better than him by about, I'd say, 5-6 strokes.
Okay.
He's
got
probably
it.
about a 13. I'm probably about an 8.
Got it. Okay.
Like, we're not super good at golf, but it's everything we will do on full send shit with the golf. So that's why I actually only enjoy doing vlogging shit and stuff is with them. Because it's everything we forget. I don't even know the camera's there because our camaraderie is like so
Yeah, it's very
real,
good,
and
yeah.
fucking like our history is just everybody's so real. All our real life problems come out. Like we have something.
It's like family and all the drama. and all
Tomorrow
the
is so
bullshit.
fucking funny. What we did.
So wait, you got a big match coming up with Kyle?
Yeah, so we were gonna play at Shell Bay, which Shell Bay is this course in Miami.
Yeah.
It's $1 million initiation.
Yep.
So
How the fuck? Yeah.
I told Kyle, I
Yeah.
said, like, Kyle, I can get us a membership here. It's 78 members, like Tom Brady, like
Yeah.
fucking Basil, like craziest people ever.
Yeah.
I said, I can get us a membership for $1 million for free.
Okay.
You got to trust me. I know the owners and all that. So me and Kyle's like, dude, I'm not going to Shell Bay to meet with the owners. It's so unrealistic, Bob, but I'm so convincing.
Yeah.
And so whatever, he's like, all right, fuck it, let's go. So we drive an hour and a half to Shell Bay
Yeah.
to go meet the owners. We sit down.
Uh-huh.
And they just think, I think that we're just coming in to like just chit chat and stuff like that. But my goal is just to get us a free membership, which is so fucking extreme and like insane.
It's unbelievable.
Say why
and anyone who's a member of any decent club knows
that it's like what like we don't give a fuck about the Delk boys.
No shot.
But I'm just firing everything at them I can. And the conversation ended up flipping. They were like raising 60 million and were like asking us for money, and I was like, "Well, you ain't getting that from me." But like, there's all this shit going on.
I know this up and coming crypto casino.
But we ended up becoming good pals with them and all that. So we actually basically do whatever we want at Shell Bay. We are going to play there, but we had to pivot to LA, and we're playing for.
Where are you playing?
We're playing some pretty big stakes. I'd say overall value of what we're playing for on the 17th, based on everything we have together, about $500,000.
Where did you used to caddy? Right,
Wilshire Country Club.
No kidding. So have you played all the like Bel Air, LACC, all those courses?
Every single one. Yeah. I'm allowed to play. I've been invited to Augusta National twice and turn it down.
It's pretty dope.
And turn it down, and then I got banned there for a minute.
Have you gone to the Masters?
Yeah. That's where I got in trouble because I went up to guys in the green jackets and I was like, "Hey guys, by the way, a couple of your members invited me to come and play here." I'm like, I had some stuff I had to do, like an idiot saying that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just couldn't make it, but I'd love to come back and play. And they're like, yeah. Next thing you know, my buddy texts me, he's like, dude, you're not allowed to come back here. I'm like, what? What did I do? They're like, you can't tell the members of that they invited you and you turned it down.
Yeah, that's nuts.
You know what I mean?
That's absolutely nuts.
But then I fixed that. I smoothed it over. So I'll be playing Augusta this year.
Okay, so in our challenges, let's end with this, right? So I'm not gonna beat you in bowling. I'm not gonna beat you in golf unless we figure out.
You can beat me in bowling. You're a better bowler.
No, I'm not.
Right.
So, but I think I can crush you in poker. I think I actually love this. I mean, I will play heads up poker with you. By the way, Poker Go Studio, they want to do something with us.
Yeah, we got to settle that first. We got
$100,000 heads up.
I figure you out.
We can do that later this month, and we can do winner plays Phil
Jeopardy.
Hellmuth or Phil Ivey. I could get Phil Ivey probably to play the winner.
I want to play you in Jeopardy.
What's that?
I want a Jeopardy. I want to play
Phil
Jeopardy.
Ivey would lick his lips to play me heads up in poker, so which means he would fucking cum his pants to play you heads up in poker. No, Jeopardy. No. I think for some reason, I just feel like
we need a real setup. No, it's not. It's
we
really,
got to come up with the events because I think. By the way, first of all, you got to stop lying about your record. As for number one is
for what?
You made up some stuff like because you beat me in bowling fair and square, but I don't know where you get. The heads up poker, you beat me that night, but then technically
heads up poker, I beat you twice.
I smashed him. RB, I fucking smashed, bro. He was stuck in Sam's bus of pain for 2 hours. By the way, in this environment, this one right here, the whole thing came down to one hand. What happened was,
it didn't.
No, it did.
Rewind the tape.
Listen to this. We got all the tape. Okay, the whole thing, the entire enchilada came down to this one hand where I flopped the fucking set and got it all in. And Bob turns a straight on me.
RB.
And it wasn't an open-ender straight. It was a gutter straight.
Your Honor, the defense does not rest.
No, it was craziness. So obviously, I looked at that. I'm like, oh, dude, and I know all of Bob's tells, by the way. It's crazy. I've got Bob
in the vent.
I've got Bob.
You're talking about a man who is talking. We had a 3-game best of 3 series that we played. It was for $10,000. We played that table right there.
I won game 1.
The first game we went in the first hand. We shoved. I called. Second hand, he shoved. I won. Okay, both my money was ahead in both hands. I think game 1 and game 2. He won game 1. I won game 2. Let's talk about game 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or whatever the fuck I won the rest of the series. Dominated. Then we played a cash game. I came in even in poker. I won $25,000 out of the house.
This is it.
That's it.
So
my money was ahead in every
here's what I know. We played a turbo heads up sit and go format, best of 3. Bob won that series. I won in this series 2-1.
You know the worst
there was a
thing
tiebreaker.
when
Hold on.
People are talking,
so
and you're like, you know that.
That's
what
one
the
game.
Truth is?
That's one game. Then we played a cash game where we were just gonna play till one of us had all the other guys' money.
Then he lost, had to rebuy.
And I lost that set against turn, right? So that's really, if you think about it, he won a best of 3 sit and go, and he won one.
Won a best of 3 sit and go.
Hold on,
one cash game,
won
one
and he won
What more is there to win?
One
There's
buy
no
and a cash.
other games to win.
But listen to this. I just want, for those of you who know poker that are going to listen to this, the comment section is going to be awesome on this part, right? There's going to be poker people who are going to want to talk about this. I had Bob play me heads up for 3 hours, which is a much better sample size cash game, and I fucking dominated him. It was so bad.
I agree to that. I agree to that. I agree to that. He made a good point.
He could not win, dude.
He made a good point. He beat me in one fucking cash game. I beat him in fucking a tournament. I beat him in another tournament. I beat him 2 cash games. So what would you rather win? 2 fucking dominating tournaments, 2 cash games? Would you rather win 1 cash
All I'm
game?
saying is 2025 is going to have a lot of heads-up poker with me and you. Yeah, so we'll sign off. So, Bobby, it's great to have you back. You're not hosting the pod anymore, but
you know what? I'm retired.
I think we finally found like the right role for you in this company. You know, you come and go as you please.
There it is.
As your zaps need to be funded.
Every fucking day we're paid though. Transaction.
Transactional. I love it. Just a punch in the clock in. There it is.
That's it.
All right, good shit, Bobby.
All right, boys.